Three things that I learned out of it was that home may be where your heart is. Two, however, almost don't forget where you came from is is another component of that. Even though you might go abroad, even though you might venture out, remember where you came from because what you seek, and his father told him that very, very early on. He said, why would you travel? We've got the most beautiful women. People literally flock to us, and you're trying to leave, right? Home may be where your heart truly is. It may also be, I can't say the second part, that's going to give it away. The second piece was, it is a must that you pursue your personal legend. It is a must because
Now, I don't
that,
remember him saying anything about personal legend. Is that your term?
no, girl, that's what the whole book is about. His personal legend, living his personal legend. And
Oh,
he learns about it within the first
I know, but I didn't get
let's
that from the book. That's what I was telling you. I was getting other themes and visions without having looked anything up. I I felt like it was about the universality of people.
okay.
I thought it was about being present
Okay.
and not really worrying about your past or your future.
Okay.
I thought it was about avoiding fear.
Okay.
Um yeah. I
So let me tell you something about reading, right? This is why when you read, you probably would want to read things, I would say at least three times. It's
mhm,
no different than reading the Bible. When you read the Bible the first time, right? It's so much to read. You
right.
miss some stuff. You're not going to have a clear understanding. And some things that you read won't speak to you because you are at a different season within your life, right? So you can read scripture, for example,
Uh-huh.
and it won't touch or move you
Mm-mm.
if you're not ready for it. You
That's
have
probably
to
more
be
of
in
what
that,
it is.
and it's more, then that's more of what it is. So your first time, I wouldn't expect you to have sound understanding of it until you read it, right? Multiple
Right.
times
Mhm.
or go back. So I have a habit of going back and reading stuff, and primarily because I talk about it all month, right?
Mhm.
So I kind of get a little bit more engrossed in the material because, and that's why I focus on it over the course of a month because I truly want to have that sound understanding. But you don't do what I do, right? Like I just be like, Tiffany, we read the book, help me to understand you.
And I listen to it over
And
and
you,
over again.
yeah, even though you listen to it over and over, but I just want to get a different perspective and have an understanding. And that's fine. That's
Mhm.
how you understood it. That was the gift that was presented to you at this
Mhm.
moment in time, right? So the first time, right, I got this book, I didn't value it, didn't even crack it open, right? The second time I opened it, I mean, I was like, what the hey? Why didn't I read this book, right? And then over this in the course of the month, my eyes just kept getting open to new things as I was reading it. But that's because I dove into it a little bit more. But personal legend is really what this book is all about. It's really all about you fulfilling your desires, the thing, what your heart, when your heart speaks to you.
Mhm.
It is essential that you listen.
It is.
And it's essential that you listen because of the growth that needs to come within you. And just like that boy, like Santiago, and I hope I'm saying his name right, but just like the shepherd boy, he really grew so much
Hmm.
to where he developed what we would call supernatural gifts.
Mm.
He developed so much that he started being able to do things that he didn't even know he was capable of doing. There was a story in there where he was with a caravan and they had to travel through the desert of Africa to get to the pyramids.
Hmm.
And he ended up becoming a counsel to one of the kings. I don't know if you recall that. I don't know
I
if it's a
do.
king or I
And the
can't remember,
king. Yeah.
but he ended up becoming a counsel
Hmm.
to the king, or to the individual who oversaw the oasis. And I thought to myself, I was like, you see, was that one of the things that he ever thought he would do? It was like, never in my life. But
Right.
because he was open and he was receptive to the detours, he was open and he was receptive to experiencing a different culture and having a different understanding when he met the Englishman.
Hmm.
He didn't let his prejudices or lack of understanding get in the way of his growth, which you see a lot of people do. And I said, see, this is why people are so ignorant, because we literally close ourselves off.
Close it off.
We close ourselves off due to
Shut
the
down.
stereotypes that we've developed, due to the misunderstanding, misinterpretations, the inability to forgive, let go.
A
We
lot of
end
things.
up, yeah, and we end up in the end, you're not hurting me, right?
Hmm.
But hurting yourself, hindering your growth. You're not hurting me, you're hindering yourself. And so I just thought about, like, gosh, he learned so much as he went to pursue, and even in his detours, there was growth. And instead of living a life where he was like, oh my God, this is, oh, woe is me. He said, well, let me take this and see how I can flip it, right? Let me take this and let me see how I can flip this
Hmm.
to be a benefit to me, a benefit to society, as well. And so you see him go through this, and living out his personal legend. The last one that, in the end, once again, I'm really trying not to tell you what the end was, but at the end, what he realized in trying to find and live his personal legend was that he needed to experience the end in order to find it. And he found it. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you because I think we get away the story. But he found it through someone who didn't live his personal legend.